It's anyone who calls his brother fool is liable to what? Judgment. Fool. Jesus has upgraded. Anyone who calls his brother fool. Ayana. So which of us here now is not guilty of murder? Which of us here has not broken? Is it the 5th or the 6th commandment? Thou shalt not kill. Fool is even small. There are some people who call idiot. Have you seen that animal, idiot? There is an animal called idiot. It's worse than calling somebody a fool. In other words, Jesus is saying even negative words kill. And he's right. Negative words kill. Do you know how many marriage relationships have been killed by what the husband and the wife, the missiles that came out from their mouth? There are some women that have lost their esteem. In fact, some husbands, what you have is no longer a wife, or what you have is just child training machine. You've killed her. Because there are some men that don't spare their wives. You call your wife all kind of things, idiot, fool. Your brain is empty. Because you are in a culture that takes for granted that men are more intelligent than women. No, some men believe that women are not intelligent. Some men look down on their wives like, you know nothing. Women are, not just women, human beings, but women more. They are sensitive to words. If you are a man, you can, under no provocation, even parents, I don't allow parents to do it. Now, how much more wife? Under no provocation should you utter a negative word against your wife. Don't do it. Don't call your wife idiot. Don't call your wife fool. You are killing her. Women are saying. That's why before you married your wife, you toasted her. What did you use? You know, words. Women fall for words. Human beings generally. Words create reality. Idiot, stupid woman, ugly woman. No. Same thing with the women. Men too. Stop using negative words on your husband. Stop. You must resist the urge. It's part of refinement. How can you be calling your husband woman rapper? Good for nothing. Don't. Anyone who calls his brother a fool, Jesus is saying, if you go to Matthew 12, he said, every negative words we utter here, we shall account for them in heaven. Go to Jude, the letter of St. Jude. There's only one chapter, so I cannot say chapter 1. Go to the letter of St. Jude. He said when the archangel Michael was battling with the devil over the body of Moses, you will not know what happened to the body of Moses until you go to the letter of Jude. You remember when Moses died in, I think, Deuteronomy chapter 34, we were told that nobody knew where he was buried till today. It's when you go to the letter of St. Jude, I think verse 8 or thereabouts. He said there was a battle between the archangel Michael and the devil over the body of Moses. So that means the devil too came to take the body. I don't know what he wanted to do with it. But I'm thinking maybe he wanted to take the body of Moses and then he will now appear as Moses and begin to deceive the people. It's possible. Oh. He said there was a fight over who will take the body of Moses. And in that fight, said the archangel said, I rebuke you, devil. I rebuke you, devil. And Jude said, not even the archangel used a negative word against the devil. He said, learn not even the archangel. Even when he was doing battle with the devil, he did not use negative words. To let you know how toxic it should be. Don't call your spouse. No matter, it's still part of anger. You know, these things happen out of anger. Shake your anger. Anger is the source of all these things. Because if you are having a friendly banter now, my friend can tell me, idiot, see as you dey like stick. All of us will laugh, Abby. But when he says it in anger, you know, it will poison your heart. Anyone who calls his brother a fool or this shall be left. And say, if you have some gift to offer to the Lord and know you are not in terms with your brethren, set the gift aside. Stop coming to church. Go and do what? Make peace. That's what he's saying. Stop coming to church. See, you can now see that God is interested not just in the gift, but the person giving. He doesn't want to collect it from somebody who is not saved or who is still unregenerated. But in the mind of the Pharisee, he can have this anger issue. He can be using all those negative words, but because he has not shot somebody with gun, he will believe that he's what? He's innocent. He's guiltless of murder. But see now, all of us, we have murdered at one point or the other. But those I'm talking to today are those who are still carrying the anger. If you are having any anger issue here, so what you need to do is resolution. Talk to the person. Walk up to the person. I'm not going to carry this anger. Now see what you did, I don't like you to. Or phone has even made it easier. Text the person if you don't have the courage to walk up to the person. Make sure, because when you speak or you release it, sometimes Jesus will not tell you the reason why he tells us to do this or not to do this. Anger is injurious to the person carrying it, not the person who caused it. Unforgiveness, resentment, all of these things, they are injurious to you who is carrying it, not the person for whom you are carrying them. Anybody you are angry with, you have not resolved with, you are killing yourself.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Meet new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.